say for example, I want to clear a text area. Okay. So let me do it.
Okay.
So I entered Mercury in username. Okay. So I just want to clear it from the code itself. Like I want to clear the text area. Let's say for example, to enter a new value or leave it as a blank text box. So what is the syntax for it?
Driver.clear.
No, every time you have to find the element, then you have to do any operation. How you will directly perform a driver dot clear? So this is the syntax for clearing a text area which is already filled out. So let's run it. So we'll be able to see the operation. See, entered password and it will clear the password field. So you saw the password field got cleared.
Yes, sir.
Got my point?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Now, say for example, I have a visible text. Okay. So for me the visual text is password and username.
Yes, sir.
Let's say for example in runtime, I want this visible text in my code. Okay.
Okay.
So this one or this one, any one of it. These all are visible text, right?
Yes, sir.
So first we have to identify the particular web element using XPath.
Yes, sir.
So this is also visible text. This is also visible text. Anything that is visible to me in the web page is a visible text for me. This is also a visible text.
Yes, sir.
This is also a visual text, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So what I can do here is I have to go to this username. So how I'll write the XPath? Tell me.
Double black slash.
Yes.
In sir, sir, which one input
Yes. Then.
bracket start?
Hmm. Then.
Uh,
Then what have?
sir, text is equal to either text is equal to or you can put text is equal to visual name or type is equal to password. Are there type is equal to password? Sir, you want to type
Yes. Tell me.
sir, only for password field it is type is equal to password.
No. Yeah. This is for the password text area, but I need the XPath of this particular web element. So for that I have to. What I have to do is I have to go to the parent. Remember the XPath classes, right?
So either parent or
Yes. Tell me.
either
Either
parent
parent
or
or
accenter,
ancestor.
ancestor. Yeah.
Okay. So I got the expert of this particular
Yes, sir.
web element. So I have to retrieve or extract out the visible text of this particular web element in my code. Okay. So what I
Yes.
have to do is,
Sir, why you are using that font over there? There is no, I hope ki there is nothing is font over there in
what?
that XPath. Sir, can you please go to that XPath?
Just a minute. Just a minute. Yes, tell me. What is your issue?
Sir, TD, there is no font. Acha, okay, okay, sir, got it. So I have not seen that font. Sorry, sir. It's my mistake.
Okay. So it will return me a string value, right?
Yes, sir.
So I'll store it in a string
Yes, sir.
because it will be returning me a string value, and I can print out the string, or I could directly have print out it the whole means I can directly print this piece of code without storing it in a string and then again printing out the string. Either of the way I can do it. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So here I am expecting password to be printed in the console. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, that is the visual text. See, password got printed.
Yes, sir.
Got my point?
Yes, sir.
So you are clear about dot clear and dot get text. Now is displayed. There is a command called is displayed. Okay.
Okay,
So
sir.
what is the function of this is displayed is like, let's say for example, you must have noticed while using some of the application, once you do a activity, some other web element appears. Like for example, while filling out the form, you may have seen like if we select a value for the country field like India or America, then a new drop down appears. Before that, it is not there in the web page. Once we select any value like India, then the city of India or the states of India get appear in the web page,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So that web element is dependent on another web element to appear in the web page. It may get appear, it may not get appear depending on the functionality of another web element. Got my point?
Yes, sir.
So in that case, we need to check, right? Once I select India, though, then my states of India are getting displayed or not. So it is visible or not after selecting. So for that there is one method called is displayed.
Okay.
Okay, let's say for example, this particular password web element is now visible for me. So if I like use the function is displayed for this particular web element, it will return me true because currently it is getting displayed in my web page.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see what happens. Mm, I can store it out. So let's say for example, this password text box only. So let's see what it's written for is displayed. So remember, is displayed is can be either true or false. So it return time will always be boolean.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
because true false is always boolean in Java. See, here also it is prompting me out like it return time will be boolean.
Boolean. Yes, sir.
Got my point? So let's see it's returning true or false for me.
Okay.
So I expect it to return true because that particular web element is being displayed in my web page.
Yes, sir.
Got my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, true is returned and is printed.
Yes,
Right?
sir. Yes, sir.
Tuina, are you able to understand?
Sir.
Okay. Okay, you keep your mic on mute. So see, so you have an idea what is displayed. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's say I want to sign in into the system. Okay. So there is one method called is selected. Okay.
Okay.
So what we can select? You can select a radio button. You can select a checkbox, right?
Yes, sir.
So let's say, for example, once I log in into this particular URL, so I have some radio button. Got my point?
Yes, sir.
So for that, I can use this is selected method to check whether that particular radio button is selected or not. For example, if it's round trip radio button, it is getting selected by default. So I could just select. I could just check it by using what?
It's selected.
It's selected. So it will return me out true.
True.
Okay. So and the return type will be what?
Sir, this will be
Return type will be Boolean
Boolean
like
value.
previous.
Okay, true
Obviously,
or false, it will be
true or
Boolean
false
value.
means Boolean only, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's check here out. Right, Marketing. So whose noise is coming? See, is selected. Return type is Boolean.
Yes, sir.
Got my point?
Yes, sir.
So I am expecting it to return me true in
True.
my console,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's run it out. Whose noise is coming? Suvam, is this your system?
So now coming.
No, but in between some loud noises are coming. See what it returned me? It returned me true, right?
Yes, sir.
So is selected is true for that particular web element. Okay, now see, for example, you must have seen in some cases there are checkboxes in the web pages or there are radio button in the checkboxes, but it is not enabled. Like you cannot do any function, you cannot select it or you cannot click it. Once, even if you click it, it will not. Certain cases there are web elements which are present in the web page, but it gets enabled depending on the requirement of the application. Like like there is an example, like you can say, if I do an operation on a particular web element with checkboxes and ready button gets enabled if it is yes. If it is no, it will not be enabled, it will be gray out. So there the web elements are present, the radio button and checkboxes are present, but it may be enabled, it may not be enabled. So I have to check it out through my code, like it is enabled or not. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Like say for example, this particular radio button is enabled for me, so that I am able to select it, or I am able to click on it with a certain value. Okay. So let's see if it is enabled for me, it will return true in code. See, so for this piece of code will also print out true for me in the console.
Yes, sir.
Let's check it out. See, it returned true for me. Got my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's say, for example, in runtime, I want this attribute value. Like what is for this web element? What is the attribute value for name? Okay.
Okay, sir.
In runtime, I want the value. Here in HTML, you are able to say it, but in runtime, I want the value. What is the value of that particular attribute of that web element? Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So for that, what I have to do is so it is trip type. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So in runtime, it should print trip type in my console.
Okay.
Okay. Let's run it out. See, trip type got printed. The
Yes, sir.
attribute value of the name got printed.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now,
Sir, if you pass any other value in name or something some type, then it will be also print the same for the type also.
for type
Okay.
also, any attribute you can print, take, and that particular value will be getting printed in the console. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So I can also print the particular CSS value of that web element, like what is it color, what is it font size, what is it weight, font weight. I can also print out that in my console. I can derive it in my console also in runtime.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So basically,
Okay.
sir, what is our CSS value?
CSS value, like the web element you see has certain font, has certain font size, has certain color. So that all, like what you see means the UI parameter of that particular web element is the CSS that is contained in the CSS definition of that web element. Okay.
Okay, sir.
See, the particular web element color, I have chosen color CSS value. So
Okay.
the particular color in RGBA format got printed out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Got my point?
Yes, sir.
RGBA form. What is RGBA format?
That is a format like you can to define color. You search in Google, so RGBA color syntax, you will get it. For different color, it has different RGBA definition. Like if this 0 change to 1, then other color will be
So
printed.
that the same value is showing in that CSS XPath in that tour site.
Yeah, this particular CSS definition has been given to it. You will not be able to see it in the HTML, but the developer has assigned this particular CSS definition to it so that we are able to see it in that color only.
Okay, sir.
Got my point?
Yes.
Okay. Let's say, for example, I want to derive the tag name of this particular web element during runtime. Okay.
Yes. Yes, sir.
So what I have to do is, so what is the tag name of this particular web element?
Input.
Yes. So let's run it out. See, it printed input for me.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Sir, suppose I have put the some other value like some XPath which is around get which taking a parent or siblings. Then what is the value exact tag name will be printed only for that element or some other element? Or
No, the particular web element tag name will be printed. You take
oh,
anything, but
okay,
that
sir.
particular web element which is on which operation is being done, that particular web element tag name will be printed.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Got my point?
Yes, sir. Got